Jai Hind to all of you. I'm Aditya and I'm here to present my topic, which is on food safety and standard acts. So first we'll discuss the food law and regulations. So food safety regulations are put in place to ensure that food is safe to consume and it is free from harmful contaminations. Whereas regulation cover a wide range of issues including food labeling, packaging, storage, transportation, and preparations. Food labeling regulations require that manufacturer list ingredients on the package as well as any potential allergens and nutrition informations. Packaging regulation dictate that food must be packaged in a way that prevent contamination and spoilage. Whereas storage and transportation regulation ensure that food is kept at a safe temperature and protected from potential source of contamination during transit. Food preparation regulation cover issues such as cleanliness and hygiene in a restaurant and other food service establishments. There are also regulations around food additives, which are substances added to food to improve its taste, texture, or shelf life. These additives must be approved by regulatory agencies before they can be used. In addition to government regulation, many countries have industrial-led initiatives to improve food safety and quality, such as Global Food Safety Initiative (GFSI). So overall, food law and regulation play a critical role in ensuring that food we eat is safe, nutritious, and of high quality. Next is Food Safety and Standard Act. So the Indian Parliament has passed the Food Safety and Standard Act 2006 that overrides all food related laws. Especially it is divided into 8 parts. So first is the Preservation of Food Adulteration 1954, whereas second is the Food Product Order 1955, third is the Meat Food Order 1973, fourth is the Vegetable Oil Products Control Order 1947. Fifth is the Edible Oil Packaging Order, which is on 1998. The Solvent Extracted Oil, De-oiled Meal and Edible Flour Order 1967. Seventh is the Milk and Milk Product Order 1992. Eighth is Essential Commodities Act 1955, which is relating to food. Now we'll discuss the Preservation of Food Adulteration Act. So, Preservation of Food Adulteration Act protect India against impure and unsafe and fraudulently labeled foods. The PFA standard and regulation apply equally to domestic and imported products and cover a various aspects of food processing and distribution. These include food color, preservatives, pesticide, residues, packaging and labeling, and regulations of sales. The PFA focuses on primarily on the establishment of regulatory standards for primary food products, which constitute the bulk of Indian diet. PFA rules sometimes appear to be drafted in a manner that goes beyond the establishment of minimum product quality specifications by prescribing recipes of how food products are to be manufactured. There is an appeal process for amending rules, although this is a time of consuming. The Central Committee of Food Standards, chaired by the Director General of Health Service, is the decision making entity. Now we'll discuss the weight and measures. So standard food weight and measure are administered by Ministry of Commerce Affair, Consumer Affair, uh, Food and Public Distribution under the Standard Weight and Measure Act 1976 and related rules and notifications. All weights or measure must be recorded in metric unit, and a certain commodity can only be packed in specified quantities. Now let's discuss the shelf life. So at the time of importation, the commercial activity of buying and bringing in goods For a foreign country, food products are required to have a valid shelf life or a residual shelf life of not less than 60% of their original shelf life. So next is Food Product Order FPO 1955. So the main objective of FPO is to lay down quality standard to manufacture food and vegetables product, maintaining a sanitary and hygienic condition in their premises. So it is mandatory of food and vegetable product to include some of non-food product like non-food vinegars, syrup, sweetened, irrigated water. To obtain a license under this order, following minimum requirement are laid down in food product order for hygienic production and quality standard. First is location and surrounding of the factory, sanitary and hygienic condition of premises, personal hygiene, portability of water, machinery and equipment with installed capacities, quality control facilities and technical staff, product standard, limit for preservation and other additives. So now I'll discuss the meat food product order MFPO. So the main objective of it is to regulate production and sale of meat food product through licensing of manufacturer, enforcing sanitary and hygienic conditions prescribed for the production of wholesome meat food product, exercise strict quality control at all stages of production of meat food product, fish products, including chilled poultry, etc. The processing of meat products is licensed under Meat Food Product Order 1973, which is being implemented by Minister of Food Processing Industry. Now, next is a Vegetable Oil Product Order. So, the vegetable oil product industry is regulating by this order through the Director of Vanaspati, Vegetable Oil and Fats, Department of Food, Public Distribution, Ministry of Consumer Affairs, and Food and Public Distribution. The earlier two orders, Vegetable Oil Product Control Order 1947 and the Vegetable Oil Products Standard of Quality Order 1975, has been replaced by a single order called Vegetable Oil Product Regulation 1998 for a proper regulation of manufacture, distribution, and sale of vegetable oil products. So, next is edible oil packaging. In order to ensure availability of safe and quality edible oil in packaged form at a predetermined price to the consumer, the central government promulgated on 17 September 1998 an edible oil packaging order under the Essential Commodity Act 1955 to make packaging of edible oils sold in retail compulsory unless specifically expected by the concerned state government. So, the silent feature of Edible Oil Act are the edible oil include mustard oil will be allowed to sold only in the packed form from 15th December 1998. The packers will have to register themselves with the registering authority. Each container or pack will have to show all relevant particulars so that the consumer is not misled. Also, the identity of packer become clear. Edible oil shall be packed in conformity with the standard of weight and measure, Packed Commodity Rule 1977, and the Prevention of Food Adulteration Act 1954, and rules made under it. Next is solvent extracted oil, de-oiled meal, and edible flour order. So the order is basically a quality control order to ensure that the solvent extracted oil in a particular are not reached to the consumer for consumption before the same and refined and confined to the quality standard specified in order for that purpose. Uh, sta- Standard for the solvent hexane, which is to be extraction of oil from the oil bearing material, have also been specified so as to eliminate eliminate possible contamination of oil from the solvent used. Now the silent features are governs the manufacture quality and movement of solvent extracted oil, tea oil meal, and edible flour, consumer protection through quality assurance of solvent extracted oil, tea oil meals. Uh, Next is eliminates the possibility of diversion of oil for use of not intended. Next is next order is milk and milk product order. So the government of India has promulgated the milk and milk product order 1992 on 9th 1992 under the provision of Essential Commodity Act 1955 consequent to de-license of the dairy sector in 1991. As per the provision of this order, any person dairy plant handling more than 10,000 liters per day of milk or 500 metric ton of milk solids per annum need to be registered with registering authority appointed by central government. The main objective of the order is to maintain an increase in supply of liquid milk of desired quality in interest of general public, and also for regulating the production, processing and distribution of milk and milk products. Now, silent features of this amendment made are as follow. The registration under MMPO 92 will now cover sanitary hygiene condition, quality and food safety. The provision of inspection of dairy plant has made flexible. The provision to grant registration of state registration in 19 days has been reduced to 45 days. The power of registration of state registering authority has raised from 1 lakh liter per day to 2 lakh liter per day. Next, next, and this is the last Essential Commodity Act 1955. So it was enacted to ensure that the easy availability of essential commodity to consumer and to protect them from exploitation. The Act provides for regulation and control of production, distribution, and pricing of the commodity, which are declared as essentials. The Act aims at maintaining licensing supply, securing equitable distribution, and availability of this commodity at a fair price. The state government are fully empowered to implement the act. Thus, the state are the implementing agencies to implement the ED Act 1955 and the Prevention of Black Market and Maintenance of Supply of Essential Commodity Act. So these are the references. Thank you very much.